Please stop the idiocy. I get it, you guys are mad because it's affecting your paycheck, but I don't really understand how it's affecting your paycheck. You're cherry pickers. You could still do what you were doing. If you're good at it, it'll work. How does this affect you in any way that they're hiding the full amount? You do realize that if DoorDash wanted to, they could take all our tips and not give them back to us till the end of the year. Tips are gratuity. They don't have to give them to you right away, and they don't have to show you any. They don't. You're never gonna win this. The only people that would even want this fight are people that are cherry picking. Period. Think about it. You went to take a job that you accepted in the first place, and you got more money. I better get mad. It doesn't make sense. Only people that are battling this are cherry pickers. If you say you're not, what's your acceptance rate? I don't know, man. I think it's for cherry picking. I don't see any other reason. It does annoy me, but I can't tell you how many times it's made my day as well, so I can't hate it. So you guys do what you want. I'm just throwing my opinion out there. I'm curious to see what others say, but it's not going to change how I feel. I appreciate when that happens. All the time. Because I go from, man, it's going to be a long day, to, man, it wasn't that bad. How's that a bad thing? So, I don't know, man. I just keep thinking about this. I keep watching these people and the drama, and I'm just like, I'm glad people are finally thinking for themselves and calling these people out. That's cool. Usually, people just follow. For some reason, when people have numbers, they just follow them, and they don't question it. I'm actually glad that I'm literally seeing on all the channels. I don't even want to give names because I'm probably going to unsub for most of them. But their crowd is questioning them like, wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. And I really want you guys to think, instead of you thinking I'm picking on one person or something, take what you know. Take someone who takes you on a dash daily and then watch their acceptance rate. And then you're like, wait a minute. Why is that way? You watched him many times do days. He didn't have to decline that many orders. That's pretty weird. It's because they're lying to you. It took me a while. I finally figured out their game, and it's messed up. It's funny because they're doing it the stupidest possible way, which is why they're freaking out right now. There's a guaranteed way to cherry pick, and you don't need to do anything they're doing. You don't need to see numbers. You don't need to see items. Why am I the only one that figured it out? I don't know. I'm not telling people what it is. Because it's not, my way's not really cherry picking, but their way is. They're staking out the big restaurants, and they're mad because they're not getting the big pay. Because there's many times, because I know this from experience, you'll go to Red Lobster, and there's always so many people who are like, I want cheap lobster. You're ordering lobster. There's no such thing as cheap lobster. But there are people like that. I don't know why. I don't know if they were raised that way. I don't think they're really that way. I think they don't care because they don't have to deal with the repercussions. You know what I mean? Like at a restaurant, you got to look the person in the face while they're serving you. No, you know what I mean? Knowing they didn't tip. So it creates a tension. It sucks that we have basically no repercussions for these people. And I don't understand how DoorDash can double the tip. They do a lot. They do. They do a lot. They do balance the orders, scatter them, try to make it so you can pick them up. They do a lot with the algorithm. I'll give them that. But it's an algorithm. It's not delivering the food. It's not keeping it hot. It's not talking to the customers. It's not calming the customers down. It's not replacing their orders. It's not figuring out what we can get to replace it. It's not in a busy restaurant dealing with all this stuff while at the same time going, oh, they're actually out of this. Can I help you with this? While they're getting yelled at by the customer. You know, it's not doing any of that. So, I don't understand it. The defaults are the thing that make me mad. That's DoorDash's choice. So they think it's okay to offer $3. What? Then pay people. I've never worked for a company that you don't get paid. If they're paying that low, you should pay. But I guess DoorDash found out too many people are doing threes and they don't want to pay. I guess that's what's going on. Doesn't make sense to me. And then when they pay more, DoorDash doesn't pay at all, which I'm still working for you. I don't get it. When I first started, I thought they paid for everything, but they do not. You're lucky if they pay you at all. But I guess I could see some people's problems, but not really. At this point, we've established the game. We know where we are. We know what we do. We know our route. Even if they change it to where everything is the same amount, we still know who does what, what stores most likely will pay better. We know all of this information, so what are people really freaking out about? This freaking out just to freak out stuff is stupid, man. You're gonna bend their ear, and then they're not gonna care anymore what you have to say. And finally, you're getting their attention, and this is what you're wasting on. Something that has literally been their mantra for years, except for way back in the day when everything was, I think, $7, someone said. That's way back in the day. So obviously they changed it because it didn't work. I don't really understand what's going on for real. I definitely think there's something really going on, but I do like that DoorDash used all these channels against themselves. And all these channels were too stupid to think of actual ways to game the system that they can't change. Pretty weird to me. Even Bentley was kind of talking like, yeah, this isn't going to be forever. I'm like, you're on like year 10. What? That's bizarre to me. It means he knows something's coming. He doesn't want to tell people. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. He stopped talking as much. He's let stuff slip and he didn't mean to. He did things kind of a way they can fix. I do things a way they can't fix. Because if they take the things away I like, their customers are going to be mad. I use the customer features against them. Because that's the best way to do it. And plus, even if they try to take that away, I'm friends with the managers. I talk to them. I know what their biggest selling hours are. I know what they do. I know when their best chefs are working because I deliver food to them. I don't understand people's problems. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope this calms somebody down. Like, stop freaking out. If you knew how to get by and you're still getting by, there's nothing to worry about. If something changed, then that's because you had a lot of cherry pickers. And they're being forced to actually work. And that sucks that it's affecting you, but the cherry picking needs to stop. You don't go to work to not work. If you can't agree on that, then you're just arguing to argue. So, peace out, guys.